anybody's in here with me, give us just a moment. All right, let's see. We're going to get going here in just a moment. Let me get myself positioned.
Good?
Think so, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I think I set you up for success. Now you just need to do your thing.
Deliver?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Well, if there is anyone in here just yet, we will be going soon. Of course, we start at 5:45, but we like to be in here a little earlier. Okay, I will be right back in frame.
Come on, Raven. Inside.
Aha! Little bright right in my face. Hello, everybody in YouTube land. Woo, that is right, man. Thank goodness for the umbrella blocking me, or else I'd have this in my face. We're going to get going here in about 13 minutes. And I forgot, we have the wind chimes out here with us today, so that's going to be amazing. Get a little bit of sound therapy while we're doing our try thing here. So for those who are just now logging in, I'll tell you a little bit about what we're going to do if you haven't done this just yet. And then for those that log in later, of course, before we get going, I'll give a little bit more of an explanation. But this is our Total Resiliency Yoga. So we are right now in a time where I believe building our own resiliency is at an all-time high. It's most needed right now. So this is a great time for all of us to come together and for us to work with everybody online while everybody has all the time on their hands. And we show self-regulation techniques. So of course, this is yoga, and that is the vehicle that we have chosen, but it's more about the checking in with self, the self-regulation techniques that we teach. And all the differences that you'll notice in this are we don't play music. We make sure that you know choice is a big part of this. You do as much or as little as you want. If it's too fast, you speed it up or slow it down. If it's too slow, you speed it up for yourself. From there, of course, one of the my favorite parts of this, what I like to tell everybody is you're not going to be standing on your head. You won't be doing any of those funny Instagram poses. So everything's very accessible. And if you choose to sit there and breathe the whole time, you are practicing yoga. So pay attention to those self-regulation techniques. The great part about them is they work off of the mat, not just on the mat. So they work in the car, or they work in the office, or at the house. Wherever you are, this is a great way to just kind of check in, be in the moment, and bring yourself down a notch, maybe. You know, I know right now everybody's kind of high strung, and that's understandable. We're all going a little bit stir crazy and stuck in our own spaces for the moment. But this is a great chance with this kind of yoga and this kind of somatic based therapy to pretty much do that work that you need for yourself anywhere you are. So as you can tell, I am under this beautiful palapa. And here in a moment, I'm actually going to plug the lights in. So give me one moment. So that way, once the sun peaks down just a little bit, we'll have a fun little element with us. So, of course, one of the big parts of our yoga is visualization. So what better way, I figured, than to have yoga at the beach, even though I'm in Henderson. All right, give me just a moment. Figuring out the lights. Just a moment. Little technical difficulties with some of the equipment, but it's all good. We're gonna get started here soon. Almost there. Okay, there we go. So while I figure out this light issue, somebody's going to be helping me here in just a moment. Like I was saying, visualization, it's a huge part of our practice. And it's not just a huge part of practice, actually, if you think about it. It's a huge part of life. If you can't see it, how are you ever going to obtain it? So even if it's something like a feeling, just being able to visualize yourself feeling that way plays a big role in really tuning in with yourself and kind of feeling more about you than you think you are at the moment. You know, we all get caught up in this rut, and then we forget to think or look at the things that we really want in ourselves, and it puts us in that that bad space, or that, you know, maybe not the bad space, but the sad space. So, like I said, we're going to visualize today that I am on the beach, which is great. So we got the palapa, lights are going, everything is pretty much set for us. So here in just about 8 minutes, we're going to go ahead and get going. You know, I know right now, like we discussed, is a pretty tough time for most of us. But I think one of my favorite sayings, Lao Tzu, is it's not so much the situation or what challenge it brings to your life, but your resistance that you have to it. So while this is one of those horrible situations that we're all dealing with, there is this need for us to just be where we are at the moment, be conscious of what we're doing, obviously health-wise, which is, you know, a big part of making sure that we make this through this together and we're a little stronger. And then, of course, just dealing with ourselves. I think the more that we tune in, the more that we check in with ourselves, the better this gets. It really does. So, you know, the more you resist something, of course, it's like swimming upstream. You're swimming against the river. Well, you're just going to get tired and worn out, and maybe even cranky if you use that metaphor for life. If you give yourself that moment, though, to just think about it and you move with it. I know there's many situations in your life before this one. If you think back, really, really think back, you can probably pick out a couple of situations in your life that you didn't really like, you in fact hated. And once you finally just let go of the fighting of the situation or not liking where you were, and you figured out a way around or a way through, your life got much better. So I feel like this situation is the same thing. While we can all play our parts health conscious wise, washing hands and making sure that we minimize contact at the moment and all that good stuff, what we can really do is start to pay attention to where the important work needs to be done, and that's inside. So the more we check in with self, and I will be like a broken record on that for the next few weeks at least, but the more we check in on self, the more we can be okay with where we are. And even if we're not okay with where we are, we at least see what we want, or we can feel what we want in our life versus what we're dealing with at the moment. So that's one of my favorite things to remind myself of right now, is while you may not like the circumstances, you are certainly the only one that can bring yourself out of it. So let's see, we got about 5 minutes. So we'll give everybody a little bit more time to get themselves in here. We have many of our classes, of course, that are online. If you go to traumarecoveryyoga.org and check that out, you can see our schedule for the online classes that we have going on right now. So, you know, it was one of the things that I mentioned, I believe, last week, and I love reminding myself of it, is, you know, one of the collateral beauty, basically. One of the things that has come out of this is it's given us a chance, maybe all of us, to check in with something like this that you might not have made time for, or that you might not have really thought about including into your life, just to give yourself a little bit more of a different perspective. So while this is a tough situation for most all of us, we can be thankful for a lot of things. One of the big ones is if you're tuning in, I mean, just thankful for what you're on, your laptop, your phone, whatever it is, the ability to be able to connect, even though not physically, still connect and just know that somebody else is out there or somebody else has got your back. There, we got 3 minutes. Let me take water because I talk a lot. I'll tell you what, though, it couldn't be a more perfect day for this. It's a little more bright than I had expected, so I might actually shift myself over here before we get going, since we have about 3 minutes. And as long as the sun hides from me there, maybe at some point, we'll also get to see the lights. So again, we are practicing at the beach. At least that's what we're visualizing. Okay. Double checking. All right. I think we are about set. Just like the beach, I'm getting sand everywhere. All right. So just a couple minutes going here. Just a little more water, and I'll be good to go through the rest of this. And we'll give it just another 2 minutes. I want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to really check in if they're coming in live on the beginning part of this. So we give everybody a description. If this is your first time, welcome. We're excited to have you. This is an amazing, amazing somatic-based therapy surrounded by yoga. So we got just a minute to go. One of the biggest parts of the practice, like I was just talking about here a little bit ago, is visualization. So if you're just tuning in, we're at the beach together. Yay. We got one of the VIP palapas here. I'm going to pretend that I am in Bali, even though I'm in Henderson. I know. All right. It looks like that is just about time. So, welcome to Total Resiliency Yoga, TRY for short. And this is our resiliency-based program. Right now, of course, welcome to all of you. We're putting this out there at no charge because we want to add value to the world right now. And I feel like us banding together and doing work like this is going to make us all a lot stronger. And the more that we empower and take care of ourselves and take care of others and empower others, we're going to come out of this a lot stronger than we were. I know the situation is not ideal and we're all going a little stir crazy at the moment. But while we're moving through this yoga, you're going to hear me talk a lot about, just the story that you're telling yourself. And one of the things that we can concentrate on right now at this moment is being thankful for technology to tune in. The ability to walk. So start thinking of those little things for yourself, and that will come in further in our practice as well toward the end. So go ahead and start compiling that list of all the little things that you are grateful for right now. You'll notice a few differences about this yoga. I will not play any music. I'm not going to move around. You're not here anyway, so that, that's not a big thing. But we don't move around the room, even in our regular tri classes. We like to stay right up front, and we are here to model. So if I call something out, you don't know what it is, maybe you're a little confused, just take a look at the screen, and you can adjust yourself as needed. So, of course, choice, huge choice. If you sit there and breathe the whole time, or sit back in that closing meditation position, you're doing yoga. Whatever you do, as long as you're focusing on your breath, you are practicing. So do as little or as much as you want. If you want to speed it up because I'm a slow poke, go ahead and do that. And if I'm a little too fast for you, then you can slow it down for yourself. But just go at your pace and use your judgment. It's your mat, your yoga, your rules. So moving through this is all about the self-regulation techniques. Pay attention to all the techniques that you get, and whatever you take off of the mat with you, you can use this off of the mat. That's what's beautiful about this yoga, is it can be done in the car, it can be done at home while you're walking. You can do this pretty much anywhere for yourself. So it's all about those self-regulation techniques that we're teaching. Of course, I'm not going to have anybody standing on their head. We're not going to do any crazy Instagram posts. So no turning into a pretzel or any of those funny things. And I won't, if I call anything out, you'll notice my suggestions. There are several different ways to do several different poses in a lot of these poses. I'll make sure you have all those options as we continue to move along so that you can choose where you want to go with that. Again, remember, your yoga, your mat, and your rules. All right. So we are going to get started. Go ahead and find your seated position. Now, that can be whatever you want. Your legs can be straight, knees bent. You can have the cross legs like I am. Your hands can be resting on your mat or onto your knees. Just find your sitting bones, those little rocker bones at the bottom of your tailbone, and make sure you're nice and rooted, sitting up straight. Maybe your hands are on your knees, slight separation in the fingers. Now we're just going to let our chin drop to our chest. No need to force it, just allow it to fall to your chest. And for the moment, we're just going to check in with ourselves. Bring ourselves into the moment. Maybe you pay attention to the skin in contrast to your clothing, or maybe your mat in contrast to your skin. Maybe the floor, or for me, the sand, any patterns that you may notice. Anything to bring yourself further into this moment. And with curiosity, leave the judgment out. Just notice your body. Notice where you may be holding. Notice where the muscles may be tight or tense. And notice where your breath may be stopped, or maybe where your breath is holding as well. And just notice these areas. Don't try to change them for the moment. Just noticing where we are so we know where we go. We are going. As we're looking down, we're sending the signal to our brain, all is well, I am safe, I am right where I should be. Notice your sitting bones connected to the earth, also connected to your mat. Your mat is always there for you, so is Mother Earth. Practicing a little mindfulness. It's a fancy word for noticing. Notice the rest of your body, your forehead, maybe your jaw, shoulders away from your ear, hands just gently laying on your knees, slight separation in the fingers. No need to point or create a fist. Now we're going to start to pull our belly button in toward our spine. Really engage the lower intrinsic muscles by restricting the flow of urine. Pull your belly button in and up, and continue to pull in there. You'll feel the power start to build. That's your internal core temperature. It's your internal furnace starting to heat up. This helps pull all that mind chatter down away from the brain where it can be burned up and used for fuel for you, for your practice. Feel the power build. Realize that comes from you, the center of your being. Continue to pull your belly button in. Just another few moments. And slowly start to release. Now we're going to go with a 3-part breath. So filling from the bottom all the way to the top, just like a bucket. As you inhale, big belly, into your chest, into the back of your eyes. Exhale through your chest. Press your belly button into your spine. Inhale, big belly, into the chest, washing around behind the eyes. Exhale through the chest. Press your belly button into your spine. One more inhale, big belly, into the chest, into the back of the eyes, cleansing. Exhale through the chest. Press your belly button into your spine. Come back to your normal breath. And once again, just check in with self. Notice your forehead relaxed, jaw released, shoulders away from your ear, sitting bones connected, knees laid out gently, and your hands just resting on your knees. On your next inhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder, head rolls back. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, chin to your chest. Inhale, right ear. Continue to roll around. Link your breath to your motion. Find your own rhythm. And allow that popping and cracking to release all the nitrogen in between the joints. This helps clearing out that old stagnant energy. Roll around one more time. Let your chin fall to your chest. Give yourself a moment here. Let any dizziness subside. That's completely normal. On your next inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Head rolls back. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to your chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Continue to roll around. Again, find the rhythm in between your breath and your motion. This is your mat, your yoga, your rules. You go at your speed. Letting that old stagnant energy go, making way for the new. Roll around one more time. Let your chin fall to your chest. Give yourself a moment of pause. While we're here, you can do another little scan just to notice the forehead relaxed, jaw release, shoulders away from your ear, knees laid out and hands gently laying on your knees. Start to blink your eyes open. You can lift your gaze. Now bring your right arm out toward the side here. You can start to wiggle your fingers. Maybe you look towards your fingertips, that looking up. Open up your eyes. Start to get those happy hormones going. You can even put a big goofy smile on your face, and that will increase those happy hormones. Taking a deep inhale. As you exhale, look down to your left hand, walk it away from you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, up. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, both arms up toward the center. Look up again. Maybe wiggle both fingers, get the blood flowing. Big goofy smile on the face to continue those happy hormones dropping down the spinal column. And now let your right hand drop and take your left hand out. Let's keep our eyes on our left fingertips. Once again, wiggle the fingers. Big goofy smile on the face. Maybe look up towards your fingers. Taking a deep inhale. As you exhale, look down to your right hand. Walk your hand away from you. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, up. Sitting bones connected. Exhale, reach and stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. As you inhale, come back up toward the center. Wiggle your fingertips for just a moment. And now let your hands fall to the mat. Let your chin fall to the mat. And once again, check in. Forehead release. Jaw relaxed. Shoulders away from your ears. The knees just gently light up. Start to lift your gaze once again. You can blink your eyes open. And now your left hand comes over to your right knee. Right hand behind your hip so you can sit up nice and tall as you inhale, tall. Exhale, twist at the base of the rib cage. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Slowly to look forward, start to come back the other direction. And let's switch it off. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist at the base of the rib cage. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Slowly look forward, start to unravel, bring yourself forward once again. And one last little stretch for us to open up the side body again. Bring your hands together overhead, interlock your fingers, except for your pointer fingers. Keep your pointer fingers together. Now you look forward as you inhale, reach up, exhale, up and over to your right. To about 1 o'clock. As you inhale, reach with the right. Exhale, pull with the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. As you inhale, back up to the center. Reach for the sky and up and over the other direction. Inhale, reach with the top hand. Exhale, pull with the bottom. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. And one more inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, back up to the center. Separate your hands. Let your hands float down to the mat. Chin comes to your chest. Notice once again, checking in with the body, just how everything is different from the beginning until now. More here, in the moment. Here for yourself. Slowly start to lift your gaze. Blink your eyes open. Now you can pull your heels in or just move your legs over to the side so you can come onto all fours. So your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And if you're feeling like your knees are arguing, like mine do sometimes, you can also bring your seat back just a bit. Sit your hips toward your heels. Right here in the center, we're going to take an inhale. Imagine taking in all the clean, all the positive. As you exhale, crunch your right shoulder to your right hip. As you inhale, back to the center, take in all that clean and healthy. As you exhale, twist and crunch the toxins out of the organ. Inhale, back to the center, taking into clean, taking into positive. Exhale, crunch to the right. Inhale, back to the center, taking in all that happy, all that healthy. Exhale, crunch to the left, cleansing out what we don't need. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, crunch to the right once more. Inhale, back to the center, taking in all that clean and positive. Exhale, crunch to the left. Inhale, back to the center. And now we're going to take our right leg toward the back of the mat. Your left arm can come forward. You can stay right here, or you pick whether you want one or both in the air. Up to you. Remember, your mat, your yoga, your rules. Press your belly button into your spine. As you inhale, reach both directions. Exhale, press your belly button to your spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Slowly lower back down. I don't want you walking in circles, so left leg goes back. Right arm comes forward. And then you decide what you want, both on the ground, one in the air, both in the air. Press your belly button in towards your spine. Inhale, reach both directions. Exhale, press your belly button to your spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Slowly lower your hand and knee back down to your mat. And now one of my favorites, tuck your toes, press back to your downward dog. Hands about shoulder width apart, feet about hip width apart. You can also bend at your knees here if your hamstrings are a little argumentative. This helps you focus on keeping a nice straight back for that decompression of the spine. Maybe you just let your head relax. You can shake your head yes and no. But while we're here, we practice the two most powerful words in the universe. I am. Rock those out for yourself, whatever those are today. I am happy. I am healthy. I am prosperous. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead, hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Look down to your fingertips once again. Just rediscover your breath. Send a signal to your brain once again, all is well. I am safe. I am right where I should be. And release. Now we're going to move through some sun salutations. So sun salutations are meant to burn up that excess energy that we all carry. So again, if I'm going too fast, slow it down for yourself. If I'm a slow poke, speed it up for yourself. Whatever you do, practice choice. If you'd like to lay down at this point, if you'd like to sit and breathe, we welcome you to do so. You are still practicing yoga. Remember, this is your rules. As you inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams here once again. I am confident. I am growing. I am joyful. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead, hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock out your I ams once again. I am resilient. I am generous. I am loyal. As you inhale, take your right leg up toward the sky. You exhale, swing your right foot forward. Drop your back heel down. Use your inhale to come up to a warrior two. Or like Joyce likes to call it, the yogurt pose, because it's all over the yogurt commercials. Could also be the Instagram pose, I guess, huh? So you can keep your back leg straight and strong here. Your front leg can be straight. Maybe you bend into it. Maybe you bring the front knee out towards the pinky toes. Maybe you work at bringing your shoulder blades together so you can create that straight line. And now as you exhale, bring your right elbow down to your right thigh. You can reach up with your left. And from here, you can bring your hand down to the mat. And now work your left hand to the mat. Your back heel comes up and twist across the body. Right arm goes up. And exhale your right hand down. Right foot moves back. Lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams once again. I am strong. I am committed. I am courageous. Inhale, heels up, gaze forward. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead, hands come to touch. Inhale to heart center. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms overhead. Breathe out, hands, swan dive forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams once again. I am healthy. I am happy. I am amazing. As you inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, swing your left foot forward. Drop your back heel down. As you inhale, come up to your warrior two on this side. And once again, just check in with yourself. Maybe you're straight, and that's okay. You can bend into your knee, or you can bring your knee out towards your pinky toe, allowing you to get down a little further. And if you want to bring your shoulder blades together, create that straight line. You exhale, left elbow, left thigh, right arm comes up. And now you can move your left hand down to the mat just for a moment. Slowly bring your right hand down, back heel up. Reach across the body with your left arm. Exhale, left hand comes down. Left leg moves back, lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams once again. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am giving. As you inhale, heels up, gaze forward. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Exhale, release. And now as you inhale, you're going to sit back and down. Your feet can be together or separated. It's completely up to you where you are. Maybe you put your feet and knees together. Maybe you look past your nose. See if, nose, can't word today. Maybe you look past your knees. See if you can see your toes. Press your belly button into your spine. Reach your arms up overhead. And as you look up, you help bring a little clarity to the moment. Helps clear the fog off of the brain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams once again. I am amazing. I am happy. I am growing. You inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, swing your right foot forward. Rock your back heel down. As you inhale, come back up to your warrior two. We find ourselves here once again. Just give yourself that moment maybe to check in with where you are. You can allow yourself to bend into your knee if you'd like, maybe front knee out, shoulder blades together. And now your front palm comes up toward the sky. Imagine you have a ball, a disco ball here, filled with awesome, happy, healthy, courage, all the things you need, all the things you want. As you exhale, come back to your reverse warrior and allow that to pour down over you. And come back to your warrior two. And now windmill your hands down. You can step your right leg back, lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams once again. I am joyful. I am loving. I am letting go. As you inhale, heels up, look forward, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead. Hands come to touch. Inhale, heart center. Exhale, release. As you inhale, sit back and down. Arms come up overhead once again for chair pose. Maybe you press your belly button into your spine. Maybe you wiggle your toes. You can look back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams here once again. I am courage. I am love. I am health. As you inhale, left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, swing your left foot forward. Drop your back heel down. As you inhale, back up to your warrior two. Let yourself be there for just a moment. Maybe you keep your back leg straight. Maybe you bend into your front knee. Maybe the front knee comes out toward the pinky toe. Maybe shoulder blades come together. Maybe you can spin your top or front hand up toward the sky once again. And I have refilled that amazing disco ball with awesomeness, happiness, courage, health, all those things. As you exhale, come back to your reverse warrior. Let that just shower down on you. Let that be for you. And now come back to your warrior two. And we can windmill our hands down to the mat. Left leg moves back. Lower down, half push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams here once again. I am healthy. I am amazing. I am committed. Inhale, heels up. Gaze forward. Walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up overhead, hands come to touch. Inhale to heart center. Look down to your fingertips for just a moment. Sending the signal to the brain all is well. I am safe. I am right where I should be. And last one, we're going to sit back and down once again. This time, you can leave your hands down, just reinforcing that signal. All is well. I am safe. I am right where I should be. Exhale, full. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams once again. I am courageous. I am happy. I am joyful. Right leg comes up to the sky. Exhale, swing it forward. And you can let your back knee just drop down to the mat. You can keep your back toes tucked. And if you like, sometimes Grandpa here, his knees argue with him. So I bring both knees back. As you reach up overhead, let a separation be in between your hands. We're going to practice a little bit of that visualization. So I'm going to give you a balloon, or maybe it's a sky lantern. Picture its size, picture its color. Now you're going to take out a marker. You're going to write down everything that you want to let go of. All the things that no longer serve you. All of the places, all of the thoughts, whatever that is. Maybe it's a feeling, you don't have a word for it. So place a number or a color with it and write it all over that balloon or sky lantern. As you inhale, feel it lifting. As you exhale, separate your hands and watch as it sails away. Smaller and smaller. Taken by the universe to be recycled into something new for you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands up to your plank. Lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rock your I ams once again. I am loyal. I am generous. I am loving. As you inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, swing your left foot forward. Drop your back knee down. And you decide whether you want to stay here with your back foot tucked, or just like myself, both knees come back. Reach your arms up overhead once again. I've got another balloon or another sky lantern for you. And this time I want you to take out that marker. I want you to write down everything you want in your life. All the things you want to experience, all the places you want to go, all the people that you want in your life, all the feelings that you want to feel, everything that you want, everything that you deserve. Imagine it all. Write it all over that balloon. As you inhale, feel it lifting. Exhale, separate your hands. Watch as it sails away. Smaller and smaller. Taken by the universe to be granted as a wish for you and those you love. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands up to your plank. Lower down, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And rock your I ams here. I am a little sweaty. I am happy. And I am glad we are done with that motion part. Rediscover your breath. And as you inhale, lift your heels, walk your feet forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Arms come up overhead, hands come to touch. Inhale to heart center. Exhale, release. All right, you made it through the sun salutations. So we're going to build a mountain now. And the best part about this is that you are the mountain. So we're going to place our hands on our hips. Just do a little hop. Your feet land directly underneath your hips. I know, especially as guys, a lot of times we think our hips are a little wider than they are, but they're not. Just do that little hop, and there you go. So lift your toes. This is one of mine and Joyce's favorite exercises. Place your pinky toe and your big toes down. And now this is where the real pros come in. Big toe, pinky toe, middle toe. I know some of you are trying, and that's great. I wish I could do it. Place all of your toes now down on the mat. Really grip with all four corners of your feet. Engage your calves, engage your quads, belly button into your spine. Start to feel everything tighten and strengthen. Arms out, hands and fingers pulled to the ground like they were being pulled by spider webs or ribbons. Your shoulder blades come together, shine your heart space forward. Let the crown of your head grow towards the sun. Feel yourself becoming taller, more strong. Just continue to keep everything engaged. Keep all of the muscles engaged. Give yourself a few moments to feel that power, the mountain that you are. When given, you are an unmovable object. Just have to believe in you. I'm going to count down from 5. And we're going to let everything just hang. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything hang. Notice the body once again. Forehead, jaw relaxed, shoulders fallen from the ears. Mat and Mother Earth there again for us. Slowly start to lift your gaze. As you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend at your knees. Let your chest just rest on your thighs. And you can grab your big toes with your peace fingers. And we can just hang out here. Your palms can also be under your feet, your knees, or your arms can be behind your knees. Wherever you are, this can be active or passive. It is up to you. The important part is we're giving the heart a break. That beautiful organ that pumps blood everywhere in the brain constantly has to fight gravity on a second-to-second basis. So we're giving it a little rest. You can make this active if you'd like by pulling with your elbows going east and west and straighten your legs, or you can just hang out there for a moment. We're also letting those happy hormones build at the top of the spine. Now keep yourself in your fold, hands come up to your hips, pull your belly button into your spine, really engage your core, and slowly, like it's a game to come up last, tick yourself up. Head comes up last. And that beautiful rush is why we call this the Xanax of yoga, and I love it so much, we're going to do it again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you can bend your knees, let your chest rest on your thighs, and you pick. Maybe you do a different one this time. Maybe you just let your arms hang out behind your knees. Whatever you do is the right way to do it. Letting the heart get a break. It's constantly fighting gravity to get to the brain, to come back around to the lungs, the digestive system. And while we're here, we're also toning that vagus nerve system that we all have that really activates the relaxed side of your body. Now bring your hands up to your hips, pull your belly button into your spine, and slowly start to bring yourself up. Head comes up last. Oh, and I love that so much. We're going to do it one more again. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend at your knees, let your chest rest on your thighs, and maybe we all just hang out this time. Feeling that connectedness, doing the same thing at the same time. Completely up to you what you want to do with this. So allow those happy hormones to build. Allow the blood to flow easily back up to the brain where it's needed. Give your heart that break that it always wants. Pull your hands up to your hips now, belly button into your spine, and again, slowly, like it's a game to come up last. Tick yourself up. Oh, that's the yoga business. I could do that all day, so let's keep moving. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. And lower, or come back to your downward dog. And rock those I ams once again for yourself. I am connected. I am fun. I am playful. And slowly start to lower your knees down to your mat. We're going to sit in one of my favorites for just a moment. So you can just let your hips sit back to your heels while we're here. Your feet and knees can be together. And if you want, you can place your hands on your thighs, down to root yourself here, or maybe up if you want to feel a little more connection, a little more receiving for yourself. We're going to be here for just a moment. You can soften or close your eyes. You can also let your chin fall to your chest. We're going to do another body scan. Notice the forehead, relaxed, jaw released, shoulders away from the ear, and connected to Mother Earth and our yoga mat once again, supported. This is a great pose also. It's called Hero's Pose. And for me, it's a reminder that you can't always be a hero, but you can always be a champion. You can always show up for you. You can always try one more time. Start to blink your eyes open. Maybe lift your gaze. Now we're going to let our legs swing around. And I'm going to face you now. So we're going to bring our feet together. Feet come together. It doesn't matter how far or close they are, so it's all personal preference. Where do you want them? You find that position that's going to work for you. Heels close, heels far away, does not matter. You're doing it right no matter what you do. Now take your thumbs across the pads of your feet. And for me, it's anatomically a little hard, but some of us can actually sit up and use our elbows to press our thighs down, which gives you a little bit of a hip stretch, which is beautiful. But for me, again, it's kind of tough. But we're going to sit up straight and strong, shoulder blades together, protect your spine. Now we're going to look down at this book and start to peel your feet open just like that book. And this is the book of your life. The best part about that is you hold the pen. You operate the typewriter or keyboard. You are the one that gets to design that next chapter. What does that look like for you? Where might you go? What might you do? Who might you be surrounded by? What feelings might you feel? Happiness, excitement. Continue to write that story for yourself. Notice it, visualize it, and then write it in that book of your life. Now keep your spine nice and straight. You can start to lean forward with your heart just over the book, as if you're writing that story now with your heart. Continue to see it. Continue to feel it. What do you want in that next chapter? It is all up to you. You can have it, and you do deserve it. And now let your hands, palms face down, just come to the ground. Let your chin fall. Let your back round just slightly. Just give yourself a moment of pause. Noticing once again the body, forehead, jaw, shoulders, everything relaxed. Letting go. Slowly start to roll yourself up. Chin comes up last. You can use your hands on the outside of your knees to bring your knees together. And now we are going to build a boat. We're making all kinds of things, making mountains, making boats. I love this. So sitting bones connected, feet onto the mat. And now bring your hands behind your hamstrings. Take your elbows nice and wide. This helps promote a long, straight spine, super important. Start to increase the angle between your chest and your knees. You'll notice your core engaged. That's what we're looking for. You can stay just like this as long as you're shaking, or you can bring your legs up if you want. You can also straighten the legs. You can bring your arms out. You can bring your arms up. It is completely up to you. We're just looking for that shake. We're looking to let go, letting go of fear. It's like a cheetah after it hunts. It shakes off all of that excess energy, and that's what we're letting go of because we don't need fear anymore. Right ankle over your left, heels come in, hands plant, inhale, lift up to reset, exhale, lower back down, and let's bring it right back to our boat, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you got the inner tube, you got the speedboat, maybe you got a sailboat, whatever that is. Let yourself feel that shake, just like a chihuahua shaking off the fear. We're shaking that fear loose. We don't need it. It's not ours. We don't need it anymore. Left over your right. Heels come in. Plant your hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. And one more again. Come back to your boat. Whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you let yourself play a little bit. You switch it around. See which one you like the most. Just another few moments here, shaking out that last bit of fear. Right over your left, heels come in. Plant your hands, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. And we made it. So you can pull your heels in, or again, just move your legs over to the side. Roll yourself forward. And onto all fours. So hands under your shoulders. And we're going to press up to a plank. So heels over your toes. Your knees can be on the ground with your ankles lifted or toes down, up to you. Press the ground away like you are supporting the earth. You're supporting the world because you are that powerful. Now let your heels fall to the right and lift your left hand up for a side plank. You can also bring your right knee down here for support. And now bring your left hand back to the mat, back to your plank. Let your heels fall to the left and reach your right hand up. You can drop your left knee down here if you'd like for a little support. And now exhale, right hand comes down. Hold your plank here for just a little bit longer. Express that power that you hold. Come down to your forearms, engage your hands, create that little pocket for yourself. And while we're shaking out that fear, notice you're taking in all the clean, all the positive, all the strength. In that little pocket, trap it on your exhale. That is for you. You can hold on to that. You give that out or you hold it for yourself. Now slowly lower your knees down. Let your elbows come apart. Find your favorite ear. And let your arms lay on the floor, or for me, the sand. Ooh, that feels squishy and nice. And just start to notice. Notice the feelings throughout the body, the more relaxed side. Maybe notice the heart beating away. Now slowly start to lift your chin to your mat and switch off your ears. You can check in once again. Maybe you notice the story that your heart is telling. Maybe you notice the thermal imprint that you're leaving. Or if you're visualizing yourself with me here at the beach, your arms just laying in that nice beach sand. And slowly start to bring your chin back to the mat. And now bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Your feet can be together or separate. It's up to you. Press through the tops of your feet. And as you inhale, lift up into a cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to a cobra. Maybe you lift your hands. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to a cobra. Maybe you lift your hands. Maybe you lift your feet. Completely up to you. Exhale, lower back down. And now press up to all fours. Take your knees wide. Let your hips sit back to your heels, toes together. And let your forehead come to the mat with your arms reaching forward for a child's pose. You can get whatever shifts that you need out of the body to find your comfortable stillness. And this pose is amazing. It awakens the inner child, connects you to Mother Earth, really helps you clear up your intention for yourself by bringing you back to that more peaceful side. Maybe you roll your forehead left and right. You have a beautiful pressure point in the forehead that lowers the heart rate just a bit. And now bring your forehead back to stillness. Press yourself up. And you can bring your knees together or just slide your feet out and make your way back on with your legs straight. So legs straight, engage your core, and lower yourself down or just find your way onto your back, whatever way works for you. Give yourself a second with your hands just laid out, toes laid out. Just notice the body for a quick minute. All that work that you did for you. The forehead is way more relaxed. Jaw release. Shoulders melting into the mat. Legs becoming heavy. Tuning in. All right, wiggle your fingers and toes. Moving into one of my favorites, my absolute favorites. This one is called waterfall. So bring your feet together, legs come up, your toes just fall to your knees. Your legs don't have to be straight here. They can be bent. You can also support with your hands behind your hamstrings here. And this one is great for insomnia, anxiety, depression, really helps lessen all of the issues with those. And for me, 5 to 10 minutes of this before bed, I sleep like a little baby. You can also do this up against the wall, makes it nice and easy. Also makes it super funny when someone like me falls asleep against the wall like this. What you'll notice is that blood, that tingle, is the blood running back down your legs to the upper body where it's needed for digestion, for heart function, for lung function, brain function, all of the things that keep you breathing and moving. You can help it along as you inhale, press your toes to the sky. Exhale, pull your toes back. Inhale, press your toes to the sky. And find that rhythm with your breath. You move at your own pace, your mat, your rules. You feel the legs stretching, the blood flowing back to the upper body. This pose brings almost immediate peace and serenity whenever I practice it. Maybe you pedal your feet, left foot back, right foot forward, switch them off. And now bring your feet back together. You're going to cross your right over your left, bend at your knees, grab for your big toes, let your heels come into your hips, and then let your knees come down to your mat for a modified fish pose. You'll notice the chest start to lift toward the sky, and that's exactly what we are looking for. It's allowing the mid-back to stretch, your heart space to shine forward. And now you can use your hands outside your thighs, bend at your knees, feet come to the mat. And one more time, we're going to come up with straight legs. This time, work at keeping your legs nice and straight. This is a different pose that we're going to move into. Bring your hands up, hands come together, so you match that angle. And now start to lower your legs to about a 45-degree angle. Nice and straight. You'll feel the core engage. Match that angle with your arms. And that's right, we're getting that last little bit of fear, that last little bit of shake out of the body, letting go of what no longer serves us, letting go of what we don't need in our lives anymore, letting in the courage, releasing the fear. I'm going to count down by 5, and you're going to lower down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your feet separate slightly. Let your toes fall out. Backs of your hands come to the floor or the mat, palms face up, and get those last little shifts out of your body, your hips and your shoulders. Find the most comfortable position for you. And just allow yourself to be here for the moment. This is actually the pose for which we practice yoga. It's a pose of honor, pose of contemplation, and more than anything, a pose of self-respect. Being able to focus on everything that you accomplished, allowing yourself to focus on everything that you've done for you. Too often we hold on to what we did not accomplish. We let those small victories go. You hold on to those small victories. Honoring yourself for just showing up, which is 95% of everything in this universe. Just showing up for you. Start with the forehead. Notice it relax. jaw released. Let your tongue go from the roof of your mouth. Shoulders melt into the mat. Spine and hips become heavy with every breath. Feel your arms and legs melt into the floor. As we're here, we're going to run through a gratitude slideshow. I want you to start to think of everything in your life that you are thankful for. Everything in your life, big or small, that brings you happiness. The simple things like clothing, friends, loved ones, the ability to breathe, the ability to walk. Maybe it's food that you're thankful for. Family, pets. Maybe you're thankful for yoga, the ability to practice, technology, connectedness. Continue to run through all of those beautiful things in your life. As you lay here, imagine for a moment that you are on the beach with me. Feel the sand in between your toes. Maybe you hear the waves crashing as you watch them roll in and then roll out. Maybe you sit down on the nice, soft beach sand. Or maybe you lay back. Now that we might be looking up at the sky, start to notice the clouds. Listen to the waves. Notice as the clouds roll in, they also roll out. Think of these clouds as your thoughts. And as quickly as they come in, they pass. Maybe you notice the unique shapes, the sizes. As we're laying here, we start to notice one of those clouds making its way down toward us as we lay on the beach. It's soft. It looks fluffy. Looks like the most comfortable chair you've ever seen. As the cloud lowers itself to the beach, you allow yourself to step onto this cloud. You lay back. You find out just how fluffy this cloud is. Allows you to relax. Allows you to let go. This cloud starts to lift you up slowly into the air as it continues to hug and comfort you and bring you peace. You still hear the sound of the wave. Maybe the sound of the wind as it kisses you on the cheek. You notice the birds flying by, playing and singing their song. And above all, you notice how safe and secure you feel. This is your safe place that no one else can find. And it's available to you at any time you choose. Continue to feel that safety and security, that comfort. Remember that you can call on this cloud anytime that you'd like. And now we slowly start to lower ourselves back to the beach. Slowly and slowly, as we lower back down to the beach and allow ourselves to step off of the cloud. Place our toes back into the sand. And maybe you wiggle your toes in the sand. And start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Maybe you start to roll your ankles and roll your wrists, a little snap, crackle, pop. Now find your way over to your favorite side. Bottom arm comes up to cradle your head, knees into your chest, hand just gently laid on the top of your mat. You can keep your eyes closed here. In the fetal position, this position is a pose of security, of safety, serenity, and peace. We lived here for 10 months before entering this world, so the body remembers. And keep your eyes closed. Press your top hand into the mat. Come back up to your seated position. Maybe you just let your hands rest on your knees, your chin to your chest. Or you can bring your hands together, looking down to your fingertips with your thumbs kissing to your heart space. And while we're here, this is a bow in honor of respect to you and to all of us. We are in this together. We will make it through together. We are resilient. It's been an absolute pleasure to have all of you with us. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Well, thank you for joining us. Till next time, check out traumarecoveryyoga.org for all of our try classes that we have online. Also, I have try level 2 or try harder called Warrior Flow on Wednesday and Saturday at 9 a.m. as well. So we'll get all that info out to you. But thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, y'all.